Why self-life? We got London on the track. Nigga, horses don't stop, they keep going. Hey, you can lose your life, but it gon' keep going. Why not risk life when it's gon' keep going? Yeah, when you die, somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money, we ran on the digit, we ran on the money. We ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on some money, we ran on some digit, we ran on some money. I'm leaning like I'm on the field for that Hennies. I talk lots of shit like my bitches look dangerous. They didn't know me once, so I left them with wishes. You know it's a drop when you drain and can't flip it. I'm living big, that's why I got on Luke Kane.
Yo,
What up, man?
living a beautiful life.
Indeed, free YSL, free Thugger.
Free Thugger. I think he might get free.
You haven't been keeping up with that, have you?
Here and there, yeah, because I listen to so much Young Thug on YouTube that I just get like
You get the
updates on
thumbnails,
my news feeds and stuff.
So what's the latest news?
So the last thing I heard was like his. So what happened was the judge had like a secret meeting that he wasn't supposed to have, and
Yeah, I think I've seen something like that. The judge is like this bald black guy, right?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and they just, him and the prosecution go at each other.
Yeah,
for the
so
defense.
yeah. So the defense got all pissed. He's like, you weren't supposed to have a meeting with the opposition or whatever, without it being, documented, transcripts, all this stuff. And rather than him like admitting to what happened, because there was proof of what happened, this meeting did happen. The judge was just like, how'd you find out about this?
Yeah.
Who told you?
Who told you?
Who
Tell
told
me
you?
right now or I'll hold you in contempt. I've
Yeah,
seen that.
you're doing that shit in the courtroom, and ended up holding me in contempt, arresting the lawyer. So like, him and Doug are both behind bars. But then I
Yeah.
think something happened where he like got out, the lawyer. I'm not 100% on that, but regardless, this fucking case has been going on for so long,
Yeah.
so long.
I've been hearing about it forever.
It's preposterous, man. So
What was it all about? What's the whole charge in the beginning?
RICO. So it's like being the leader of a criminal organization, essentially.
So he's making millions of dollars rapping, and he's still doing criminal shit on the side. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
What a fucking
Yeah, I mean,
smart. Hey, what are you doing?
you can take the dog out of the fight. You can't take the fight out of the dog, dude.
I guess, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
You figure that kind of money would change your life to the point where you wouldn't want to lose it,
Yeah.
especially if you came from a shitty situation like he purportedly is.
I mean, I don't know what it's like on the streets of fucking Atlanta, to be fair.
I'm sure it's not fun.
No, I can sit here and I can judge, but
If you're in the fucking shittiest parts where there's not a lot of money and shit,
yeah, dude. I mean, if you're coming up in that shit and like,
and you get out of it, I'm like, why? I'll be as far from any kind of criminal activity as I could, especially if I'm making millions of dollars.
but then you have to cut ties with everybody you grew up with
You
and
don't gotta
shit.
cut ties. You just can't be associating with criminal activity, bro.
Well, a lot of it is drug charges and stuff too, which I mean,
Yeah, but
everybody's
you were
got
telling
drug
me he
battles,
had
but-
like
machine guns,
mounds of shit. Yeah, machine guns. And so like, what are you
Yeah.
doing, dude? You can get legal guns that are like
The
not
worst one is that like he rented a car that was used in a murder.
dumb. It's so dumb.
And there's shit like on his songs that like references people dying.
Because he's an idiot.
Yeah, we took out so and so,
Jesus, man.
from whatever block. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that reminds me of that fucking Tay-K kid. He was like 16 years old and he had that race song.
I can't even keep up with it anymore. They all just drop like flies.
I don't think you want no action.
Huh.
You get action, you get turned to subtraction.
Huh.
Have you ever heard that song?
Uh-uh.
It was huge. It was a big song back in the day.
Yeah.
And it was called The Race. And he literally shot the video and recorded it while he was running from the law on a murder charge. Like in a fucking trap house, the video takes place. It's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Look it up.
That is
If
crazy.
you ever want to see it. It's nuts.
Whoa.
But yeah, he eventually got caught. and he got charged with some people were talking shit back and forth from a car to another car in a parking lot of like a Jack in the Box or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
They were in the drive-thru and he just popped out and fucking blew these fucking kids away in this fucking car and fucking got out and drove off.
Whoa.
Now he's in jail, 25 to life, and he was like 15, 16 years old or something like that. Charged him as a fucking adult. Yeah.
Wow.
And he was gonna have this huge, like, 21 Savage did a remix of it that blew up. Like, he had several songs that were big. Mega Man's another one that was big. I mean, this kid was gonna have a fucking massive career, and he just fucked it up.
Threw it
with
away.
some dumb shit. But it's like, I mean, yeah, is it nature or nurture? You know, I mean, he was born into that fucking jungle. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Like, you're gonna be a tiger or not. Like, you can't take the fucking, like you said, you can't take the fucking the dog out of the fight out of the dog. You know? What I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah. That's kind of how. I mean, I don't know. You shouldn't be killing people, regardless.
For fucking sure,
But-
yeah. But it's like, if that's all you've ever known.
It's all, especially it's like, yeah, who do they kill? You know, it's a revenge thing. You know, you hear the stories. It's like,
yeah, it's that,
eye for an eye,
but it all seems over stupid shit. You know, like over which block you live on, or what, or, you know, selling drugs.
when you're
if your
struggling,
community-
exactly. When you're struggling, you got nothing. Like
exactly.
those stupid things
What's
become
the,
big
you
things.
know, what's the, and that's the thing about this country too. It's like, we're sending how many billions of dollars to these countries like Ukraine and
right.
Israel, and it's like we have this massive problem with poverty in our what's the social program with all these billions of dollars we are giving you? It's our tax dollars. You're not
Right.
just getting them from nowhere. That's what all this.
You know what I
inflation
heard
is.
about that in geopolitics and Ukraine and all that shit? So I guess like the weapons that we gave to Ukraine, a lot of them are just being sold to the cartel in like South America, Mexico.
By corrupt politicians, I believe it.
So
yeah.
we're indirectly now arming the cartel, and they've completely taken over the presidential race and shit down there. You heard about that, right? The 30 candidates getting assassinated.
Yeah, in like the 32nd, finally became the president.
Oh,
or whatever.
what, dude?
Yeah, some
Holy
lady.
shit. 30?
Yeah, I mean, and you hear about like, okay, we're fighting. We got to fight against terrorism, and we're gonna go over
It's
to Afghanistan.
on our own
It's like
border.
your southern border. You got narco terrorists. Like, literally, they talk about them taking white giant buses full of fucking, because they've created this whole thing where they'll put out pamphlets of like, this is how you get into the United States of America. Come here, take this flight, land here, go to this place, we'll drive you here. And they pull up with literal fucking white buses full of migrants from all over the world, drop them off, say, go right through here and claim this on your thing, and they'll get you in.
Whoa.
And they do it as a source of revenue. They make fucking, you know, millions and millions and millions of dollars off of it.
Sure.
Because our border policy is fucked up right now. But it's
Sure.
like, I mean, you have these people trucking in who knows who. I mean, all these men of military age from every country around the world.
Yeah.
A bunch of Chinese. You got Chinese communists undocumented in your country.
Yeah, we got jacked Asians. What's going on?
You got all kinds of crazy shit coming in through that border, man. And it's like, that's dangerous. I mean,
Yeah.
man, dude, I hope nothing bad happens, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's like, I think the technological firepower kind of overwhelms any, like, if you actually had, like, a populace that was a danger, you could fucking whip them into shape pretty quick with just a swarm of fucking drones. Just, I mean, the terror that
yeah,
that
you
would,
could instantly, yeah, I mean,
the military
if you
state
went
that
full
we are capable of
technocracy, yeah.
is unbelievable.
If you went full technocracy, yeah, you could completely.
So they're almost daring them, I think, so they can install that full technocracy. Let them in. Let them wreak havoc so we can make our people feel safe again with more security, baby.
Sounds something like that. Exactly what they would
That's
do.
what they do.
9/11.
Exactly, dude. No, so they're just
Lusitania.
they're just useful idiots. Go ahead,
Tonkin Bay.
let in the drug dealers, let in the murderers. Our people
Oh,
will
yeah.
beg us to take their freedoms once again for safety, because that's what they do, dude.
Yeah.
So
They create the problem. Or let
create
the
the problems
or
because trust
facilitate.
us.
They don't create the problem. They facilitate the problem.
Exactly. They'll let it happen.
Yeah.
Because, oh, baby, do we have the solution.
Yep. And it's gonna be fucking
Facial
bananas.
recognition technology, all this shit installed, and you're gonna beg for it.
And fucking digital currency, fucking all that shit.
Yep.
With digital currency, you know,
We'll stop the fentanyl trade.
We'll stop the fentanyl. We'll stop the immigrants because illegal immigrants won't be able to have currency on the streets.
Want to fix the opioid crisis? You get rid of the black market.
No more black market.
Yeah, all this shit, and then.
But they know everything you do.
Yep.
Every single thing you do, buy, what you think, how you act.
How close is this to happening?
It's right around the bend.
It's right around the bend.
It's our job as a fucking democracy to stop it, but people are their heads are so far up their fucking asses, they don't even know. They've allowed fucking Donald Trump and Joe Biden, who can barely fucking...
Right. Well, talking about that, I mean, do you think that was a design thing too? Because now they're saying, well, now they're asking for a replacement. Do you think we're going to see the replacement?
I've heard theories like from Dave Smith. I was listening to him talk about it, and he said they kind of like just were like, we know that he's senile, but we want
everybody to know that too.
Maybe we'll just send him out here without hitting him with any juice.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what happened. I mean, everybody turned on him that night,
except for Gavin Newsom.
Yeah,
he had the craziest defense. Yeah,
the he had a cold. It's like, yeah, okay, I seen him cough a couple times, but I also seen him stare into the vacuum of space.
Dude, you could all feel it. You know when you have that feeling for like your buddy who's doing a speech and he starts fumbling?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, but it's your president.
Yeah. And then the other guy's the convicted felon who lost.
Yeah, who's about to roast his ass. Yeah.
Who's going to win? Like, but it's like, God, you're just as bad.
No, I know he was embarrassing too. Yeah,
completely
I hated it. So I hope whoever the replacement is actually legit. But
I don't even know if they will replace him, dude.
I don't know if they will either, unless he actually drops dead. And then do we have to
run the primary? It's like they had the perfect opportunity to have RFK come in.
Right.
If they would have allowed the primary to run through, and had these debates earlier for fucking Democratic primary or whatever, they could have seen that, yeah, this guy is clearly fucking senile.
Mm-hmm.
We should just go with RFK, and then it would have been RFK versus Trump. I think RFK would have won it.
Could have, easily. Yeah.
And with the Democratic Party behind him, he could have been, man, these people, they're so fucking, their heads are so far up their fucking asses.
Yeah.
They clinch to their own power because, like they say, it's elder abuse. They basically are just sending them up there to fucking...
Yeah.
You fucking take the heat while we sit back here and fucking...
Yeah, you're going to die soon anyway, so who cares if you're...
Yeah, you just be up there to keep us in power.
Tarnished. Yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't get voted in.
Yeah, they're just puppets, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, he gets voted in, and he's the puppet of the people that he hires or whatever. I mean, it's just insane, dude. Who knows who's really running that show?
Yeah, for real.
He's so vacant. It's like, who's running it? Is it...
Whoever killed Epstein, I'm going to keep saying it.
Hillary Clinton?
Whoever killed Epstein's running the show, dude. They have the fucking blackmail on everybody.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Bill Clinton was wearing that dress on that motherfucking painting, dog.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And she knew he's got
Look
heat.
at this photo.
Yeah, fucking speaking of, brother. So I was fucking around on Netflix last night, and they put out this new documentary called Hate to Love Nickelback.
Oh shit.
And it was like a documentary on them and like the whole fucking craze of like everybody hating them.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered that like before that happened, when they were coming up, when I was in middle school and Silver Side Up came out, oh my god, dude, I slammed that album, Dave.
What's the big song?
Never made it as a wise man.
Oh.
Couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. It's that one.
This is how you remind me.
Yeah. This is how you remind me. Yeah, that one was huge on that. They blew up off that song.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So yeah, I used to jam that. I remembered all these songs. And
everybody hated on him for his hair and shit.
Yeah, they hated on him because they were like pop rock.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, they didn't express themselves as like the next Rush. You know, the next form of we're progressing rock. It's like, no, we're just out here to fucking, you know, do exactly what Avenged Sevenfold did. You know, come out here and do fucking... I want to sing songs about drinking and fucking and strippers and fucking America. You know, they did it.
Speaking of America,
full consumerism.
It's fucking 4th of July almost.
Yeah, it is.
Are we going to celebrate this great democracy?
I fucking am.
Hell yeah, dude.
I am. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm celebrating, dude. I always like the holiday. I just like this time of year, summertime, man. It's a good time.
Fuck yeah.
Are you
Time
get?
to get with
Oh,
the
yeah,
buddies and blow some stuff
You got
up.
some explosives, right? Allegedly,
Allegedly, some maybe
like some guy you know got explosives
some guy
that we're gonna
might have-
watch,
yeah,
right?
Something could happen.
Not some guy who's obviously not you.
There allegedly could have been some explosives that are going to go off
That's cool.
if and when these things happen.
Yeah, that's cool.
Allegedly.
I'd like to see some of that. Yeah.
You know where I'll be?
Are you gonna be at your house?
No, I'm setting off. Well, I got two.
The guy-
allegedly.
The guy you know has.
The guy I know allegedly has two.
Yes.
So there's one smaller one that I want to allegedly set off.
Yeah.
No, okay, I got explosives that I'm going to set off at your dad's
Yeah.
house. I'm going to set off the smaller one over there,
Okay.
and then I don't know what I'm going to do with the bigger one because it's
a big boomer.
bigger.
Huh.
I don't know what we can do with that.
There's a chemical plant right over here. We could.
Just blow it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe I just throw it behind my work.
Oh.
Light it. Just make everybody inside shit their pants.
That'd be pretty fun, right?
Massive explosion right outside the door. But
Man,
I don't think
you know what that just made me
they
think.
probably wouldn't like that.
You know what that just made me think of. Remember fucking that scene in Butterfly Effect where they have the blockbuster and they put it in the mailbox with the cigarette on the fuse.
I vaguely remember that movie.
Yeah, and then the family pulls up.
The baby.
Yeah, and for whatever reason they're like, "Oh, Lily, do you want to go get the mail today?" Yeah. So
Yeah.
the baby walks out to the mailbox with a fucking explosive in it. Yeah, and it goes one of many ways because he keeps going back to that time in his notebook.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like if you were to just throw it out back or something and then close the door, like you never know what happens in that split second.
Somebody just walks out.
Boom! Blow his fucking foot off. Yeah.
That'd be bad. No, I wouldn't. That's probably a bad idea. But I might throw it outside of my fucking apartment. I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's a field kind of over there, right? Off your deck.
Yeah, I could just but there's a lot of people. I mean,
but
that would
just if just a
rattle.
one boomer
It's
though.
no, it's a boomer, dog.
Is it just a one boom though?
Yeah, but it's a rattler.
That's what I'm saying. But that's cool. So it's kind of like the sniper theory where you take one shot and you change your location. We're only taking,
Where am I gonna go? I live there.
but nobody's gonna know because we're just gonna stealthily sneak out on your deck, light that bitch, chuck it as far as you can into the field.
It's not really a field. It's like a backyard. You're calling it a field. It's a backyard.
Big enough.
It's a backyard.
It's big enough, right?
It'll rattle windows and it could set off car alarms. It's a big boy.
Okay.
It's a big boy. Like
Maybe
that's
we
why
should-
I'm only bringing the smaller one to your dad.
Should we go out of town?
No. Well, he set off a bigger one, allegedly in the parking lot next to my work.
Yeah.
And it allegedly set off some fucking car alarms in those parking lots.
I got
Fuck
you.
some shit up.
I
It was
got you.
fucking boomer. But that one was a little bit bigger than this one. But still, I mean, if it's even just a little scotch down from that, it's gonna fucking rattle.
Yeah.
You're fucking feeling that motherfucker.
Yeah. I can't wait for those though. I like that where you feel it in like your chest. Those,
Yeah, I was happy when I found them. I
Yeah.
was quite happy. So yeah, we got some of those. I'm gonna do that
Sweet.
if you're gonna be around.
I'll be around the 3rd and the early part of the 4th, but the 4th night I'll probably be over here. So that's okay. I'll hear it
I miss
if you're doing it at my dad's.
One of them I will. I mean, it'll probably fade into the cacophony around.
I know.
But
Yeah, it's just a big shit show that day. I'm gonna go buy a little bit of artilleries, I suppose. I just get a couple of them, about a dozen. Go walk over somewhere and shoot them off. I like to just do my little part.
I'm doing my part.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta chip in, dude.
Oh yeah, explosives for America. That's what we do.
Yeah, Chinese explosives for America.
These ones are all American.
Well, there you go. Homegrown.
Homegrown, brother.
Well done.
Watch your hands.
Yeah. Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
Dude, what are your best summer memories?
Hanging out at Jansen's in the swimming pool. That was fun. Jansen's was fun in the summertime.
Yeah.
In that big area, we'd play football and shit. And swim. I mean, summer vacations. My dad made sure we would go on summer vacations pretty regularly. Not like every single year.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't like super well off or anything, but I remember him taking me to Mount Rushmore when we were young. Me and my sister when we were younger, and me and him went on a helicopter ride, and it took us like over the heads, and we could see behind it where they had carved stairs and stuff to like build the heads.
Oh wow,
and shit.
man, that's
and,
cool.
like, the guy was giving us like a behind the scenes tour of it or whatever.
Is there a secret Team America base inside one of the heads?
I don't know. There's probably like tunnels and stuff that go in there though.
Wow.
It's probably like a secret chamber or something. I don't know, but
I bet there is, dude.
yeah, that was really cool to see when I was a kid. And, a helicopter ride. Never been in a helicopter. It was fucking sweet.
They should totally put a sick ass time capsule in that thing, because like if we do wipe ourselves out with like nuclear weapons, something will find Mount Rushmore one day and look at it and be like, whoa, what the fuck is that? That's not a natural rock formation.
No.
That looks like some animals of some kind.
That was carved by cavemen with stone chisels.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay. Who knows what the propaganda will be at that
I mean,
time?
really dumb shit. I mean, you look at the pyramids, and they're like, yeah, they drug those fucking rocks like thousands of miles.
Okay,
and then
do it
floated
today.
them on ancient boats down the Nile. These like how many cubic ton?
Yeah. Let's
It's
see you do it.
ridiculous.
Prove that's how you do it.
No, they had some wild shit going on because if you examine Egyptian history, like they were looking at. Do you ever see that shit where they were looking at those vases that they found from like way early in Egyptian history that were made out of like some of the hardest material known to man?
No.
Like there was this one that was made out of like a material slightly harder than diamond.
What the fuck?
And the level of the top of it, the lip of the fucking jar was like 0.0001 within being completely perfectly level.
Yeah.
And like
Oh, dude.
there were these like little fucking handles that were like on the side of them
Yeah.
that they were like, if you were to carve this, like you would have to carve out those little handles before rounding the thing. It would be almost impossible, especially with this. Like, yeah, they were showing these crazy shit, but like that technology waned. Like the further history went, the shittier all those fucking pots got and shit like that. And they didn't have near the same accuracy and strength.
We went to like a dark age. We forgot.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of technology that they was in that early period that they lost.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, was it that, or did those early period people find this shit from an even earlier civilization that was left behind, and that got all passed down until it was just gone?
Who fucking knows?
Yeah, dude.
I'd love to know though. Dude, so sorry I laughed, but you said perfectly level. Have you seen that Rick and Morty episode?
Oh God, Rick! Yeah.
It's so funny, dude.
Why did you do this to me? Oh yeah, Morty.
Everything's off now.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Some of those early episodes are awesome.
Oh man.
I have boycotted it since they changed the guy.
The guy.
The guy who does the voices of Rick and
Oh,
Morty.
because the guy is a pedophile, right?
Well, it's like,
Or is he
He
just
was
alleged?
accused of
Did
it,
you see his
and then it
fucking
was all-
text messages?
yeah, there was weird text messages.
Oh
like
my
this.
god.
Yeah, there's weird text messages. I don't even know if that was. I don't know what the whole deal with that was. Cause like he had a fucking, like charges against him or whatever, and then all of it got dropped because they said that was fake or whatever.
Huh.
Like from his like ex or some shit. I don't know, wild shit. But yeah, the text messages were fucking weird. But it's like that dude was one of the hearts and souls of that fucking show.
yeah.
I mean, it was the voice. It's like
I can't remember his fucking name now. I'm just
Oh,
gonna make
it's,
sure it's still recording. I don't know if I deleted the last one.
yeah, it's Roiland, Justin Roiland.
Okay, we might have to pause this and start it up again. Dang it. I forgot to delete the last one, so we've got like 10 more minutes left on this recording.
All right.
Yeah, we
just
can
pause
do
it now.
We can do a part 1, part 2.
Yeah, just pause it now. Can you just piece the other one into this?